Maybe you're super depressed right now. Maybe you feel like you just might not ever find your person. Maybe you feel like you're going to be single for forever. Maybe you've been single for a long time and you've had trouble getting a girlfriend or even just finding the right person, because I know it can be really frustrating with the dating apps and the way modern dating has evolved in 2025. I mean, it's brutal out here. It could not be tougher to date these days. And there's a lot of reasons why. Maybe you're feeling depressed or hopeless, and maybe you get pressure from your family and your friends because they're starting to settle down with their wife, their kids, their girlfriend. You know, maybe your parents want grandkids, and you're just doing your thing. And maybe you really have thought, wow, I honestly might just be single for the rest of my life. Maybe you've been single for a long time, like myself. I haven't had a girlfriend in like 8.5 years. Now, I was definitely very closed off for a period of time, but it's complicated, right? But I'm going to try to bring you some light today because I think that's why you came here. And if you're new to my channel, my name is Brian, and welcome to The Ascended Man, where I help you forge strength, elevate your spirit, and lead with purpose. A little bit about me. I was in combat in the U.S. Marines at the age of 20. Traveled all around the world. I've coached tons of men. I've coached women to peak performance. And now this is my mission. And I made this channel because I want to give back. Like, I'm giving advice to my younger self. So if you're in your 20s right now, if you're in your 30s, hopefully this helps you today. So let's jump into it, man. So I've been single since technically the end of 2016. And a big part of the reason why I was single was because I've just been focusing on my personal growth and really trying to build as much value as I can into myself, because it's competitive these days. It's a competitive dating market, you know. There's a lot of pressure on men in society right now. Life is expensive, and you're probably working and still not where you want to be financially. I've been there. I've been broke. I've been in mounds of credit card debt. And even just a year and a half ago, I hit rock bottom completely. And I had to reshift my focus. And now I finally feel like I'm on the right path. But as a man, it's different than it is for women. Because for men, it takes us a lot longer to build ourselves up, to get our shit together, so to speak. Because, you know, there's the money, there's the career advancement, there's the body, right? If you want to be a top 10% guy, there's a lot of things. Men are looked at as being providers. And I know that's probably what you want to do. So maybe you feel like you can't have a girlfriend because you can't afford it. Fair enough. Maybe you've closed yourself off to even connecting because you feel like it's hard to approach women wherever you are. And maybe you just haven't had good luck with the dating apps. I mean, look, I still get rejected a lot, actually. So I can't imagine how it is for guys that are really struggling, because it's hard out here. I mean, it's a war zone. And it's really tough to find the right woman, man. It really is. Because I would say about 70% of the women out here in the U.S., at least, U.S. and Canada, modern women are very damaged, very toxic. They play a lot of games. There's a lot of women that are on games, and a lot of these women have masculine energy. So it doesn't make it any easier. And even a lot of the women out here don't even know how to actually act around a real masculine man, right? Like, it's crazy, bro. I'll give you a quick story. So I met this girl out a couple weeks ago. I approached her. I saw her smiling at me. We're at a club, which isn't generally a good place to meet a high quality woman, but I didn't think anything about this. I just thought, hey, she's cute. She was standing in front of me, and I just was checking her out. I just saw her there. And she looked back and smiled and waved. And so shortly after, I went over, introduced myself to her and her friend, talked a little bit, got her Instagram, and then a couple days later, she replied to my story. I do hot yoga a couple times a week. And she said, "Oh, you should try this place." And I was like, "Yeah, that's cool. I go here, blah, blah, blah." And I said, "We should hit yoga sometime." And she was like, "Yeah, that sounds great." I'm very enthusiastic. And I was direct because I am assertive. And I said, "What's your availability this weekend?" And she left me on scene for, it's been like a couple weeks now. So I don't know what happened. I didn't necessarily do anything wrong. But number one is you can't really have high hopes for women that you meet at a club because you never know if they're intoxicated or if they really care. It is what it is, right? But a lot of women don't even know how to act around a masculine man because that's what I teach. And I'm not a dating coach, but this is really how you should go about it. Be direct. And women aren't used to that, man. But anyway, I digress. It is really tough out here. And if you feel like you're single for the rest of your life, maybe you're feeling hopeless, I can tell you, don't have a doomer mindset. But there's a lot of things that you can control. And there's actually a good bit that you can control and that you can at least focus on right now. So if you're not where you want to be in your career, continue leveling up your career. Pour all you can into your work. If you're in your 20s or your 30s, just pour into that because you're really in the prime years for building. And men don't even technically hit their prime until their 30s and 40s, right? Whereas women really hit their prime, mid to late 20s, early 30s at the most, because men are judged differently than women are in society. And I didn't make up the rules. It just is what it is. So women are primarily judged on their appearance, their looks, how attractive they are physically. I mean, look at what's going on with OnlyFans. Look what's going on with all these women out here hustling. Get some lip filler, get a boob job, get a BBL, make some shifts here and there. And women don't really have to do much except bring good energy, drama-free, bring some peace. And if they're attractive, they have life on easy mode. But for guys, we are looked at as the providers. And as a man, you probably want to be able to do that, right? You probably want to be able to provide and take care. And while you shouldn't always be the one footing the bill, you should lead. And that's what we're supposed to do. So it's tough, man. I know for years, though, look, I could have opened myself up more to opportunities, but I'm going to be super transparent with you. And I've never actually said this before, but I missed so many opportunities with some amazing women that I closed myself off to because I didn't feel worthy enough. I didn't feel good enough. It was like I didn't finish college, so I didn't want to start dating until I finished college, and I did that. And I was like, well, once I get the perfect physique, once I get completely diced and shredded, well, even when I did that, I still didn't feel enough. And I'm like, okay, well, now I need to get another career. I need to get out of personal training, and I need to have a stable job because women like stability, right? Yes, correct. But even when I did that, I still didn't feel like I was enough because then it was, well, I'm still not making enough money yet, so I can't focus on a relationship. Okay, so I got the body. I increased my income. I got to a new career. Became smarter, have more interesting conversations. Okay, well then why can't you still open yourself up? Well, then it was my car. Yeah, even though confidence is internal, sometimes if we're driving a crappy car, it can make us feel like shit. And look, I've definitely got with plenty of women. I haven't had an issue attracting high quality women, but it made me feel insecure in terms of a relationship. Like, oh, she wouldn't want to be with me because of my car. And then I fell into the red pill community for at least 3 years. And I was just consuming so much red pill content that it was literally poisoning my mind. And most of the content out there in the red pill, like, Some of these guys fresh and fit. I mean, the red pill mindset is pretty toxic, okay? But they do have some good points. You should be trying to level up your life, and that's my point here. But you don't want to fall into the trap of objectifying women and never feeling like you're good enough. For so many years, I was closed off because I never felt like I was where I wanted to be in my life. But you can't have that mindset, because if you can't accept where you are and just accept that this is life, this is the journey, you're going to be waiting for forever, because it's never going to be the perfect time. It's never the perfect time to put yourself out there. It's never the perfect time to start the business. I mean, there's definitely optimal times, but if you see a woman that you want to talk to, go talk to her. You have to put yourself out there more. Women generally want a man to lead, okay? And don't worry about all these masculine women out here. Those aren't the women that you want to be with. So if you put yourself out there and you get rejected, I get rejected all the time too. It's okay. I'm not some supermodel. I'm 5'9", 170 pounds. And there's definitely guys that make more money. There's definitely better looking guys. And it is what it is. But I try to just maximize what God blessed me with, because that's all you can do as a man. Put your best foot forward. Lead. Put yourself out there. You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. Rejection is a part of it. And the more reps you get in, the more you put yourself out there, the easier it will be. There's an issue in society, man, is so many guys are addicted to comfort. And comfort is a drug. I mean, Netflix, video games, porn at your fingertips, shitty food, whatever. Okay? And if you never step out of your comfort zone, you're going to have so many missed opportunities. Bro, I can just think about so many times where in the past, even having a crazy physique, I literally thought women would just flock to me. I thought that they would just come to me. And this is so wrong, because they don't. An actual really feminine woman, a woman that's in her feminine energy, she's not going to approach you. You're going to have to make the move. And I remember this one time, there was this super attractive girl at the gym. She was always checking me out, giving me choosing signals, coming near me. And this was like 4 years ago, crazy shredded physique, couldn't be more diced up. And she was giving me all the signals and I didn't say anything. And the reason I didn't say anything was because I was super hardcore in this very closed off phase, because I didn't feel worthy. I didn't feel like I was good enough. Because it's not just about the body. It's not just about the money. It's not about just one particular thing. It's about leveling up yourself altogether, because it is competitive out here. And even when you do that, you're still going to get rejected. You're still going to have women that ghost you. Like, it's just a part of it. But you can't have a doomer mindset where it's all hope is gone. Look, like I said, 70% of these women out here are not women that you want to be in a relationship with, okay? Maybe 30% at best. But you have to just focus on your path, man. Like, even lately, I didn't actually date for about 1.5 years because I was just pouring into myself. And sometimes in life, that's a good thing. I had about 1.5 to 2 years ago, I was in a phase where I was dating 3 or 4 girls at one time. And then, of course, obviously I was breaking hearts, and I got tired of it, man. I got tired of doing it. And I basically moved home about 1.5 years ago to live with my parents because I was broke and I was restarting my life, entering a new season. And I didn't talk to any girls for the whole time I was there. I was living with my parents for 9 months. At 32, by the way, which was pretty hard to do, but fortunately I was able to. And I realized, I just don't want to have meaningless hookups anymore. And I'm just going to keep doing my thing, living my life, putting myself in situations where I could potentially meet a high quality woman. and I'm going to invest a little bit of time into it, but I'm not going to invest a ton of time, and I'm definitely not going to stress out about it. And right now, I am in a completely different position than I was a year ago, and my life turned around a whole 180. And it's still hard to date, like, and actually find high quality women. So keep building yourself, man. Keep leveling up your life. And the red pill community talks about the cars, the watches, the money, the status, the Instagram followers, never committing to a woman. All women are bad. Not the right mindset. You should continuing to upgrading your life and ascending, because that's what we do at The Ascended Man. But it also means opening yourself up to the right opportunity if it presents itself. If you meet the right woman, fucking pay attention, bro. Pick your head up, look around, smile, talk to everyone. You don't have to talk to everyone, but talk to strangers and compliment people more. Just open yourself up more. Stop being addicted to comfort. Put yourself in uncomfortable situations and start doing things that push you to grow. And you need to have high quality guys in your life, man. There's local meetups doing things you like, run clubs, the gym, martial arts. It could be anything really that you're into. But you need to be around strong men that can be a positive influence on you. And just keep showing up. Keep showing up for yourself. If you're in your 30s right now and you're still single, if you are addicted to pornography, you need to quit, bro. Because I was in denial for years and it took me forever to learn how to quit. And I finally did. You know how I did it? God, I prayed. Yeah, and I haven't gone to church on a regular basis. The big business of church and the dogmatism and religion, I guess, isn't really me. But dude, it's not about that. It's about having a relationship with God. Ask God to take that away from you, because it is absolutely ruining your life. And if you do, your life is going to be so much more abundant. You're not going to have this toxic negative energy, and you will truly be able to have such a more enjoyable experience physically with a woman when you meet the right person. But you also need to stop having low vibrational hookups all the time if that's you. Focus on winning in life. Stop fearing rejection and failure. It's a part of growth. I've been in sales for almost 4 years now. I do cold calls. I eat shit every day, and I'm pretty much immune to it, and it doesn't bother me anymore. So that's it, man. And then continue developing your social skills, because that is going to be something that is going to help you in every area of your life. And doing hard things on a regular basis, pushing yourself, pushing your body in the gym, pushing yourself in your career growth. If you have a side project or hobby that you feel has been calling to you, start it. Pour everything into it. And when you are busy with your life, you're not going to be sweating this other stuff. And you also have to have this abundance mindset. Like, if it's for me, it'll come to me. And if it's not for me, it won't. And you don't have to stress about stuff. So, another thing I would recommend too is, if you're single, it's not a bad idea to start talking to different women, right? You don't want to get one-nightitis, right? Where you're just obsessed about one woman. You don't want to do that, because you're setting yourself up for failure. I used to be the nice guy, and I used to obsess over one girl, put her on a pedestal, and it just wrecked me, man. So talk to multiple women and just see which one works out, because you haven't committed yet. And you have to make sure that when you do meet the right woman, that she has gone through that vetting process where she's actually a high quality woman. So yeah, man, start putting yourself out there, trying to meet women in person, yoga studio, the gym. It could be local meetups. It could be a run club. It could be, maybe you're in a video game club. I don't know if you love video games. That's cool. Whatever. There's no right answer. Just don't rely solely on the dating apps. The dating apps, if you spend too much time on the dating apps, it's literally a waste of time. I deleted the dating apps and I didn't even use them for years. And it's not even until recently that I just started using Bumble and Hinge a little bit. But The dating apps won't even work for you if you are basically an average dude. You need to really level up more before you even get on them, okay? Now, the other thing is you need to have realistic expectations. A lot of guys, the issue with porn is that you're conditioning yourself to getting off to these women that are like 8s, 9s, 10s physically, I guess, right? You could say to most people's standards. And then yet in real life, you could not actually attract some of these insanely gorgeous women. I mean, someone had to say it. So you have these false high standards, or these not even realistic for you. Okay. So I'm not trying to be mean, but like it's true. All right. So just keep working on yourself, man. And don't stress if a relationship doesn't work out. Don't stress if you're still single. Just keep staying on your path and ask God to guide you on your mission. Ask God to take these vices away from you. Ask him to take the porn away from you. And ask God to put the right woman in your life, a beautiful, feminine woman who brings you peace. All right? That's all I got for you guys today. If you found this video helpful, drop a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Hit subscribe. We're just getting started, baby. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace.